welcome back to the channel. I just thought I'd do a quick vlog today because a few people have asked me recently if I read any good books when I was pregnant, and the answer is yes, I did. At the time when I got pregnant, I was actually commuting about an hour and 15 minutes each way every day, so that's 2.5 hours on public transport, and it meant that I had heaps of time to read books and also to listen to podcasts. So these are the books that I found really helped me during my pregnancy. So the first one is this. This is Expecting Better by Emily Oster, and I really recommend this, getting this book just as you find out you're pregnant. There is heaps of information in here, all based on studies, which the information about all the studies is at the back as well. It discusses things like drinking coffee when you're pregnant, drinking alcohol when you're pregnant, certain foods you shouldn't eat and what the reasons are behind that, and also things during labour and birth, and it can really help you in your pregnancy and also when you're writing your birth plan and when you're in the hospital as well. So it's good to read the book, have all that knowledge in advance, and then nothing will come as a surprise on the day. So I found that was super helpful, and I recommend it to all my friends. I'll put a link to all of the books below. So this one, theirs was $8.99, but I'm pretty sure I got it on Amazon or somewhere on a really good deal. So that's the first one. Next one is I did hypnobirthing, but prior to doing my hypnobirthing class, I bought this book. This is Mindful Hypnobirthing by Sophie Fletcher. It comes with free downloads that you can get online, and I found it really useful. I also read the Marie Mongan book, and the difference being the Marie Mongan book, you really need to be doing your hypnobirthing course as you're reading it, I thought, whereas this book, read it on its own. You don't have to do a hypnobirthing course. It does give you an awful lot of information, fantastic information about how to keep calm and relax, and all of the methods that hypnobirthing relies on during birth. So that was a really great book. This book is a book that I got from my husband, and I think he read about the first 5 pages, and then he started panic reading it as I went into labour. But a few of my friends have got this for their husbands, and it does have a lot of good information in there. I've had a quick flick through, but if you're thinking of getting one for hubby or your partner, then this is a good little book to get them. It's The Expectant Dad's Handbook by Dean Beaumont. Again, all the links to these will be below, so you can just click through. So after reading all my preparation books, like my hypnobirthing books and the Expecting Better book, there are also some other books that I read that I haven't been mentioning here, and I'm just mentioning sort of my top 5 books here that I found useful. So this is Baby Calm, a guide for calmer babies and happier parents. Now this is by SARAJ. I found this book was really useful, and I read it in advance of the birth because I kind of figured that once baby was here, reading was not going to be my top priority, and boy was I right. But this book I found was really, really helpful. It discusses different ways to keep your baby calm, such as baby wearing. It talks a lot about co-sleeping, and also about controlled crying and things like that. A lot of questions that come up in new mums' heads that you might want some answers to, or at least some discussions on. There's an awful lot of this is based on studies again, so it's not just somebody's idea that this will work, it's all based on fact, which is really good. And then the last one is the Gentle Sleep book, and this again is by SARAJ, who wrote the last book, and this talks about sleep, and it goes through all of the ages, well, not all of the ages, sorry, just from babies, toddlers and preschoolers. So I have only read sort of up to the age that Sid is. There's like a big section at the front, and then it goes in sort of month to month sections. So that's a really good one to have. You can start reading it before baby arrives, but then you can fall back on it once baby's here. So yeah, I hope you found that helpful. Also, I mentioned that I listened to a couple of podcasts, and I will put the links to the podcast below as well, but a couple of the ones that stick in my mind most prominently are Fear-Free Childbirth, which is a 9-month podcast. When I was listening to it, it was in the process of being recorded, but I imagine they're all available now to download. So I'll put the link to that below, and there is a lovely lady talking about her childbirth experience and also speaking to a lot of experts. So there's a podcast on hypnobirthing, there's all kinds of doctors and nurses and midwives and it discusses things like going past your due date, and there's people on there who have studied people that go past the 42 weeks that really didn't want to be induced and how that worked out for them. So that's a really... The other one is Calm Baby RN, and that is an American podcast. I'll again put the link below. This I found really useful. It talks about things like how to know if your baby's too hot, too cold, bathing your baby, babies in intensive care, and all different situations like that. So that again is a really good podcast to listen to. I'm not sure how many parts there are. I feel like there's quite a few, but I'll pop the link below and you can download them. And they're completely free to download as well. So even if you're driving, you can download the podcast and listen to them on your phone. It's a really good way to try and absorb some more information pre-baby. I hope this has helped you if you are looking to buy some baby books at the moment, or indeed if you're looking for a gift for a friend. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye!